Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard, and today we're going to be taking a look at a gun from Cimarron. This is called the Rifle from Down Under. Now, it's not an actual Sharps rifle, but it is a Pedersoli made in Italy, and it is a pretty good copy of the Sharps rifle that was used in the movie Quigley Down Under. Probably my favorite Western of all time. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Anyways, the only differences in this and the, well, there's a lot of differences in this and the one that was used in the movie. This is not chambered with...
It's converted to use a special 45 caliber 110 grain metal cartridge with a 540 grain paper patch bullet.
This one is chambered in 4570, which is kind of nice because 4570 is a lot more available than 45 110s. Those are a bear to find, and when you do find them, you're going to be looking at about $5 to $6 a shot. Sometimes it can be even more than that. So this is affordable to shoot in a very popular caliber and can be used for sport shooting, or it can be used for deer hunting in Ohio because it is a straight wall cartridge. Pretty nice copy of the Quigley gun, except for a few things. For one, it does not come with the tang mounted sight, the vernier sight that's, you know, marked up to 1200 yards, and this one shoots a mite farther. It does not have the correct hooded front sight on there. It's just got a silver blade sight on the front of it. It does have the correct pewter fore end cap on the fore end there. Really nice checkered wood stock, and it does have the patch box on it. Not that you're going to need it for anything, because this is not a, you know, a black powder rifle. This is a rifle conversion. It is a lever action breech loader. So it means you open that up and you can slide your cartridge right in the end there, and it does have double set triggers with it. Now, I have not fired this thing yet, so what I'm going to do is I've got a couple targets set up there at 100 yards, and I'm going to try to sight it in. Now, there is no windage adjustment on these sights, not with the one that's on there, and it is marked up to 800 yards with the ladder sight that's mounted on the barrel. When it's all the way down, it's at 100. You can flip it up and adjust it again at 100. I've got it set at 200 because I am going to take a 200 yard shot with it. And if you slide this all the way up, it goes to 800 yards. So anyways, we're going to take the first couple shots here from the Caldwell Hydro Sled up at the 100 yard target there and see what we get. All right, now one of the things, like in the movie, it is a 34-inch barrel on it, and it does have, like I said, the correct cartridge box on the side of the stock. But it does not have the special 110 grain 45 caliber metallic cartridge with a 540 grain paper patched bullet in it. This is Hornady Lever Revolution. These are, let me see, 325 grain FTX. Now, if you had an original Sharps, it was chambered for black powder cartridges, and that's kind of what you want to use in it. This is a more modern one. It is chambered in modern 4570 ammo, so you can shoot the modern stuff in there. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, I could not find 540 grain bullets. The biggest I could find were 400 grain, but I picked these up first and thought, well, I'll give these a try anyways. Should be a little less kick because the weight of the bullet is not there. All right, now Quigley might not have wore earplugs and eye protection in the movie, but old Dick Silver's gonna. All right, to load it, all you do is say it's a lever action. You pull that down, the breech block falls down, and you shove that right in there. And then you go ahead and close it. Pull the hammer back. And we are going to use the double set trigger on it, so your rear one takes all but like a half a pound or 1 pound off of the front trigger, so that it makes it, you're able to shoot it a lot more accurately because you're not throwing it off by side trigger pressure or excessive trigger pressure. So let's go ahead and give this thing a try. Now, with the lighter bullet in there like that, like I said, these are 325 grain FTXs. There's not nearly as much kick in it. Plus, this is a pretty hefty rifle here. This thing is really heavy, especially on the barrel. It's a really big barrel and 34 inches long. It's got a lot of weight to it. So you got to kind of extract the bullet out of there. It will pull it out a little bit, but you can grab it with your fingernail and pull it right on out of there. Let's go ahead and take another shot, and then we'll go down there and take a look at the target. That silver blade front sight on there is really tough to see, especially up against the white background on those targets, but we're going to go up there and take a peek at it. See if I even come close. Okay, there's my first 2 shots with the Quigley. This was my first one right there, and like I said, that front sight is really hard to see. My second one is pretty good for elevation, but the windage is off, and the windage is pretty close to being off by both of them. There is a slight breeze here today, but nothing that would affect that bullet at 100 yards. So I've got a 200-yard steel target right up there, and we're going to go ahead and take a couple shots at that from 200 yards. And you can see right over in here somewhere, there's a pretty good chunk of dirt all tore up. So those bullets, when they hit pretty hard.
Are you quite certain, Mr. Quigley, that you wouldn't like the bucket a bit closer?
Well, yeah, I'd like it a lot closer, because that's a long ways and kind of silly for me to think I can hit a 200-yard target from here when I've only taken 2 shots with the rifle. But I'm going to go ahead and try it anyways. Quite certain I'd like it a lot closer. Yeah, the gun has definitely got some weight, and if you're not used to it, it's going to be a pretty tough one to hold up. From shooting sticks or a stand, it'd probably be great, but I don't know what this thing weighs, but it is heavy, and holding it up there and open sights on it like that, you're moving around and everything, flinching a little bit. Maybe I need to work out a little bit more, because this thing will give you a workout. Anyways, this is the Cimarron version of the rifle from Down Under, and like I said, it's not exact. There's some things that are different on it. It does not have the correct tang mounted sight on it. They do sell it. They sell one that's pretty close to it anyways, and it does not have the correct hooded front sight on it. But you know, it's a pretty good looking rifle. It's definitely an iconic rifle, or at least a reproduction of an iconic rifle. Anyways, if you could reach up here and hit this button to check out some of my other videos, hit this button down here to subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for taking a look at Cimarron's rifle from Down Under with me.